did ban out Sivajana and Ezreal once again, but look at that, the Taipei Assassins.
Yes.
I don't believe it.
I told you, man. I told you, if they win this game, they're gonna get Morgana banned.
Banned out Morgana.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I would have expected it way earlier to come out because that
Yeah,
like can only
7
play
games
Morgana.
earlier, right? Yeah.
7 games earlier, yeah, exactly. No, but yeah, finally we see some good adaptation here. Apparently Maple is like famous for his Azir, so that's why he hasn't had the chance to play it. And he was 1-on-5ing teams in the league there with his Azir actually, and that's why we don't see his like Azir ban every single game from the opponents pretty much. Yeah.
They've given Nah to Stake once again, a champion that's worked well with him. And look at this. They could potentially get Rek'Sai, because he's actually got the choice. He can go Jarvan or Rek'Sai, whichever he wants to go. They have got, again, Lissandra in the top lane. If that's going to be Chowie, he went 1-6 on Lissandra last game. TPA, I think they are struggling for an answer here against Yo-Yo Flash Wolves.
You can see they're nervous, actually. The way they are engaging these pick and ban phases, these last two at least, they are really uncomfortable, you know?
Well, the fact that he doesn't pick up Rek'Sai
Oh my
right
god,
now.
Kassadin.
Yeah, the fact that he doesn't pick up Rek'Sai in the first rotation tells me that he didn't practice it. I mean, we saw last game, so he wants to go for the Jarvan, but there's not an like they don't have an answer against Kassadin again. I just don't know what they're doing right now because it's the same problem as the last game. No answer for Kassadin, even when they have all the options right now. And picking LeBlanc into Kassadin is, yeah, I'm not sure. That draft seems to be very Flash Wolves oriented already.
It's interesting because they've obviously had like 10 minutes in between these games to really discuss what's going on. To be fair to the Wolves, you know, after 2 games they said, guys, this is just not... We totally have to revamp what we're banning and how we're doing this.
And let's not forget they've got a coach that's sat in the background that's been trying to figure it out while that game was unraveling for the last 2 games. And clearly there is very little adjustment going on here because Yo-Yo Flash Wolves have got everything they wanted. This is like the tactic that's just worked for the last 2 games perfectly. Like not even close TPA in those last 2 matches.
Yeah.
And TPA have kind of gone with what's failed for them the last 2 times. I'm confused.
I'm not sure what happened because Kassadin is the main factor here in all those games, in my opinion, and they don't have an answer for that. Whereas the Wolves had an answer for the Kassadin.
What do you think, Carlos?
Oh, that's so bad, Levin. Okay. One thing is... Stop looking at me. Alright, so one thing is for sure that you can see like with the picks and bans already, they're not comfortable with what they're picking. Also, you can see a lot of AP damage with Corki, LeBlanc, Lissandra, and he has too much AP damage, which is not ideal against Kassadin overall. Plus Nar, which can build a lot of magic reses at the same time. I'm not entirely sure.
Look at Stake on that screen. How relaxed is he? Look at that. Even a cheeky little grin comes out there. He is in his element right now. They've given him Nah for a 3rd game running, and it's just unbelievable. So Morning on Lissandra, I'm not really sure what he's going to do about him. It's going to be basically the same. Yes, great. Morning's changed champion. He's no longer a Lulu. But honestly, Lissandra has just not worked out well for them. Obviously, it was Chowie this time around. He's gone with LeBlanc. He's hoping he's got something to work. But you've already talked about it, how Kassadin LeBlanc in that mid lane, it's not a great matchup.
It's a terrible matchup, and just first rotating Corki when there's so much more that you can't pick up it just shows like how I think they're tilting right now, to be honest. That's like, okay, we had 2-0. We had 1 more game to go to close out the series. Now we are 2-2, and I guess they just got nervous and don't know how to deal with it.
Is it tilting, or is it a team that's just got a one-trick pony right now?
Well, it looked in the first couple of games that they actually had, you know, different setups to go with. But once Siva was out of there, it's kind of just fallen to pieces for them.
Yeah.
I have to say, and go back to Dexter's point earlier on, that Wins has to perform here for TPA. He's such an important part of this team. If he doesn't, I mean, he's got to come up big. I can't see a way that they're going to win this without.
In all fairness, I think this comes down to Morning, actually. He needs to TP, he needs to be aware of what's going on in the map, he needs to maybe stop pushing that much, he needs to stop building Magi's definitely, and he needs to be more involved in general.
Yeah, I agree.
Should have gone an AD champion so that he can't build Magi. I mean, he can, but...
He's not going to build...
You bet he would, man, you bet he would.
There's no way he's building Cell Stealer on Lissandra. I'm not having that. That's not happening. We'll see how it works out anyway. So, let's have a look across the board. Maple is accepting the fact that he's going to struggle early on, I feel. He's gone with that crystalline flask against Chowie's LeBlanc. And let's be fair, Chowie has done very well on LeBlanc.
Yeah.
So he is a good LeBlanc player, so maybe this is something. Maybe they've gone back with like comfort picks. Maybe, I don't know what they're going with.
Yeah, you can see that the last 2 games weren't that much about the kind of setup they have, because they actually picked, I mean, not random, of course, but I can tell they are picking on how comfortable they're in those champions instead of having a game plan. You can see how the setups itself don't necessarily make a lot of sense. They just pick whatever they feel is best for this moment. In these crucial moments, it's actually way more important to pick what you're comfortable with than actually having a game plan. So it's a fairly normal thing to see.
At the same time, though, you look at the Flash Wolves and you say, well, Stakes on his comfort pick, on a pick that he's been so incredibly good with. Karsa, for me, has shown better Rek'Sai play than that of Wins so far.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think they're on pretty comfortable champions overall. Every AD carry that's played for longer than a year knows how to play Caitlyn and has played it 5 million times in their life.
Caitlyn Panda.
Caitlyn Panda, yeah, man. He was actually pretty good by then. You remember?
Oh, I do remember. That was why I kept mixing his name up.
I mean, you were good back then as well, right?
I was actually... When you were casting my games, you mean? Yeah, I mean, you're just too mean, man. I don't even know why, because Carmack is not even here, so that just comes out of your mouth because you just want to.
He told me to.
Yeah, he told you to, right?
Yeah. That's it.
Nah, it's okay. I can take it. You know me.
That's why we got you. I know we can take the abuse that inevitably handed down.
So anyway, let's get actually to the game, because we're talking about the lane swaps that this time TPA have tried to force, and well, Yo Flash Wolves read them like a book. They've got that counter into there straight away, and the Caitlyn Nami is a pretty damn good combo. You know, that's going to really cause a lot of problems for Lupin and Jay here on the Corki Annie.
Yeah, look, I believe Annie hard corners Nami when it comes down to crucial situations, whether it's a 3v2 situation when the jungle is coming, etc. Because Nami is just such an easy target, you know, especially in lane. So I can see Corki and Annie overall beating them 3v2, but losing 2v2, of course.
The jump
in action, okay.
Yeah, he got away. It's all clean.
Yeah, he flashed though.
Flashed away though, so summon a spell burn. That's all they needed. Karsa, first gank attempt successful. So Stake is given a bit of a reprieve. He was falling behind in a fair chunk of CS, so he absolutely needed that gank, but he's going to regain all of that now as he turns into Mega now and cleans up.
This top lane 2v2 is actually pretty interesting, because imagine there is no jungler, okay? And imagine Nami and Caitlyn play this game perfect. Then they should win the lane easily, but never happens.
Oh, flash used.
Yeah, that's important, really important.
Maple's flashed down, but he is only 2 levels off 6, so he will have that Rift Walk back up shortly once he hits that level 6. Top lane, we're finally going to get to see it. NL did put a good bit of damage on towards Lupin there. This is definitely the one to watch, I feel, in this one. Interesting that we haven't seen, actually, the junglers pay a visit to this top lane yet.
Oh, is Kassadin still mid lane? Yeah, Kassadin is mid lane, actually, without flash. If LeBlanc wouldn't have one base, I guarantee that Kassadin would be there right now.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Wins came in and actually missed his combo, so...
Ooh, even if Wins would have hit the EQ combo, Kassadin would have died, because Wins has red buff, actually. Yeah, so crucial. That was really risky by Kassadin. Giving out the first blood right there could have been very well the game. Oh well. He goes to base with an okay CS count.
Yeah, 21 CS gets him a bit of health crystal, a couple of wards, which, especially now that his flash is down, probably going to be more crucial than ever before. His bottom lane, Stake hit level 5 here before morning. That means, actually getting locked up under the tower after putting down the aggro there. So took a tower shot, which I don't think he'd have particularly really wanted to have, but he's recalling anyway, so not really a problem.
They just spotted Karsa down that bottom lane, so that looks like Wins is ready and waiting. You can see him, he's in the bush, ready to pounce.
Yeah, this should be a kill, actually. This should be a kill. If they played properly, this should be a kill. Because Corki is low HP, so he can bait a lot. But they need to do it very smart. They need to make it not obvious enough. Yeah, this should be a kill, honestly. Just wait like 20 more seconds and...
It's been made a bit too obvious, though, I feel. Jay's been holding on to that stuff for a very long time. Everybody's trying to... Corki's like, come and hit me. I mean, going into the bush, I'm low. Yeah, it's not really drawing him into it.
If Annie flashes W, Nami, she should be dead. Look, there we go.
Oh, there we go. They're going to go in for this one. We do see NL manages to actually get away from that one, and Sword Art will also get away, but summon a heal, flash, exhaust used there by the duo lane out of the Flash Wolves.
It's worth. The flash for Annie and the time spent by Jarvan is worth, definitely, because now they can base, which I don't know if they will actually, but they should base right now and get the items advantage, because Caitlyn needs to stick around a bit more. Yeah, they will base. This can be really good. And now they can maybe lane swap and force something in the map.
Yeah, because Stake is still behind a little bit down this bottom lane. So Morning actually putting good pressure on him. Will get forced away once again.
Oh.
That was aggressive from Stake. I know he's going to get a hit point bonus from turning into Gnar, but that could have gone badly wrong for him.
Especially since Morning hit level 6 there as well.
It's too bad that Lissandra ended up with no mana right there, because if she would have stay around, they would have probably done Drake.
Oh, Maple's got no flash, has got Rift Walk. Already around about half hit points, but so is Chowie. Wins is going to pay a return visit. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to back away. He's going to Raptors.
I thought Maple might get drawn into that one there. But playing him a little bit more cautious. As we saw at the start of game number 4, actually I have to say this one's been a bit heavier on the early action, despite the fact that we've seen no kills. Both teams are looking to certainly make plays and get that early advantage. For now, though, it's the Flash Wolves that have the gold advantage, and Wins is coming straight back up there, knowing that he can maybe get in on towards Gnar. There's the claw. Can they get in? There's the ultimate. It's going to be quite deep. Going to get the knock up there as well. And I think he might go down. Will they dive this one? Windsor was tanking up the turret. Had gone low. Morning is going to pass on through, but Gnar has already hopped away from this one.
That was huge misplay by Jarvan, because Jarvan has flash up, and when he saw that Lissandra used the ultimate on Gnar, he could have very well flash EQ combo and kill him, because right now he just hit the knockup, but he didn't hit the damage, you know. With the damage he would have been for sure dead.
Well, it does mean that the blue buff was... Did that get stolen? Yes, it did. Blue buff was stolen away, and Yo-Yo Flash Wolves have started Dragon.
Yeah, this is a nice little transition, seeing that Jarvan's on the top side of the map. However, we are going to see the TP coming in. They surely have to back away from it now. There is a first blood coming in. It's Chowie that actually picks it up, but Stake will drop down into the middle of the fight as well. Chowie will be the target, and they're going to get Chowie as well. Lupin trying to force him away. The Dragon resetting. Meanwhile, Maple has picked off Morning, and Jay will now be the next target. He gets the stun off, but can he escape from it? Rek'Sai and Gnar both chasing through. The boomerang will land the Q out of Rek'Sai, and they do get it, and it's Maple that gets it as well.
Lupin
couldn't
as well.
have really gone worse for them, to be honest, with Cassidy picking up the 2 kills.
Why is Lupin sticking around here? They could just turn on him. Maple would easily be able to collapse and get that speed down. He's going to stick around. I think they're waiting. I think they want to peel on towards him. The Dragon will get picked up any second now. And Lupin needs to be making tracks. Get the hell out of there. Maple just forces him away. Forced him to Valkyrie, but wow, 3 for 1. That was horrific for TPA.
Just look at the teams. Full AP on one side, Fed Catherine on the other. This already looks really good for EO.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Blue buff. Going to be stolen away there by Wins, but at what cost is it going to come? The damage there out of Karsa. Jay is going to come over. They'll get the stun. They'll get the knock-up. Can they finish him off? They will. Wins survives as well. That was nicely baited out.
Yeah, and now actually we see Stake going towards that top lane. He's got to be careful they don't collapse towards him. They are 3 members going towards him. Jay is going to build that stun up. You can already see him. He's working it away. He picked up the blue buff, by the way, because he got that kill, which is great for an Annie. And that will be Morning putting pressure on that turret. Lupin's been left alone, though, in this bottom lane. And now Sword Art and NL points of work on towards him, exhausted. NL follows through as he got Ace in the hole available. He hasn't quite... It's
got no mana.
No mana to use it. Oh, dear.
Yeah, that was close. With mana, he would have been dead for sure, because he has no heal anymore.
But he's coming back to lane. He might get it, because he's going to get them... Oh, he's already just used it. He's used his mana up. So, fair enough. No more excitement.
Wow. that was actually pretty weird. As Caitlyn doing that kind of move, when you don't have vision of the opponent jungle, that can very well be your death.
No, they knew where he was. They knew Wins was obviously just got that kill up the top lane.
Okay, my bad then. My bad. I didn't realize. Sorry.
Stake just went aggressive onto Morning in the top lane as he transforms into Mega Gnar, but Morning just escaping from that one. Chowie constantly here trying to put down that pressure onto Maple, but he just basically burns through it.
My God.
There we go.
There we go.
Morning. This time he's going to take the damage. Ultimate comes out from Morning. He's not really got much mana, but look at this. Windsor's coming in from behind. Stake will surely go down here. The knockup doesn't land. He'll get the slow. Can he finish him off? He surely will.
Hop, hop, hop.
Wow, really?
Running on his tippy
Shouldn't
toes to
have
get
got
away
away
from
from
that one. Yeah, absolutely should not. Maple also took a bit of damage from Chowie while that was all happening. And this game is definitely opening up to be the big one of the series.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Both these teams realize what is on the line. A lot of money stacked up for this one. And of course, don't forget that place at the World Championships. These teams would love a trip to get there. A lot of big teams. Cloud9, of course, already there. Gambit already there. So it's going to be some tense competition for the teams and something to prove themselves. And at the moment, Taipei Assassins, who honestly had a foot in the trophy, they were there. They were 2-0 up. They were cruising. Suddenly find themselves in a real desperate position against the Yo-Yo Flash Wolves.
For the scoring game, what would be the right call, in my eyes, would be to get bottom tower, the first bottom tower, because then Caitlyn can move around mid lane and start getting the other tier 1 towers. That's the reason you build this setup for. And then Kassadin can also go to the side lane and get some free farm and free XP. I think getting this tower is extremely important. Maybe this is why Rexa is hanging around. And he will come back again, for sure. He will come back later on and later on and later on until he get this tower.
He's going to stick around. He's going towards the bottom bush. We do have, of course, winds coming down here. Jay's right off the side there. That tower is being chunked down, though. Caitlyn has the range to just cause all the problems. Looping desperately, keeping that wave clear.
Now Kassadin is going to push mid lane, and the right call will be Kassadin moving bottom, because that means free tower and that means free pressure. And also LeBlanc has to clean the wave. Kassadin already clean, so he's perfect right now. He really needs to leave right now. Just forget about that creep.
Stake about to turn into Nah here. He's waiting that Morning. He's going to go towards the tower. He wants to lock him in that position.
He's trying to gank.
He missed it. He missed it.
Yeah.
Okay, Lissandra should be dead.
No, missed it.
He should be dead, yeah.
Claw coming through. There is Maple moving around the side as well. Decent bit of damage, but not able to actually lock him up. That boomerang landing could have been a different story there, but not to be that time around for the Yo-Yo Flash Wolves. We did see that Karset came to cover that then vacant mid lane after Maple went for a bit of a wander. And Taipei Assassins now moving out to clear that pink wall. 1.5 minutes until the dragon will respawn. Question is, who's going to be strong enough for it?
Well, you can already tell, I think. Caitlyn is actually strong at this point in the game. He only has a lot of AD, which allows her to do a lot of damage with the ultimate and also the Q. Her damage is pretty decent right now. And then you have Kassadin, which has a lot of H's. He's already escalating for the late game. Or scaling, yeah, scaling for the late game.
Oh, looks like TPA want to go for this one. They've got themselves a Scuttle Crab. Don't forget, Flash Tibbers is available for Jay, who's been trying to wait around in that bush for a long period of time, but instead didn't manage to get the kill on him. Turret was picked up, though. That was the top lane turret that went down because Stake had gone back. So, advantage TPA in terms of turrets. And now they're making a move for the bottom just before the dragon starts out. This is actually good tactical play from TPA.
That's a mistake.
Oh, Chowie going to try and fight.
He's holding
Karza here, but we are going to see the rest of the team start to move in. But Jungler's low with 20 seconds to go. And you just use his ulti to come in there, right? I mean, it's not exactly a massive cooldown for him, but...
That's a mistake, because that should be free Drake in case TPA would try it. Because both top laners have TP. Should have been free Drake. Without the jungler. Yeah, he's live right now.
Are they going to go back? Instead, Maple will put some damage back down. And yeah, they are giving Maple a bit of free reign here, I feel. Wins a Stake, in that top lane has actually fell behind a little bit. Actually, now I think about it, Wins used to be the Gamina Bears jungler, didn't he? Wasn't it Wins that was with them? Isn't he the final member of the team? I'm sure it was. Now come to think of it, Stake, Wins, Maple. Yes, it was. There we go. I didn't even click that one, but he's been with TPA for ages anyway. Chowie, ooh, that was close to catching on him. Just about got away. Dragon fight almost certainly is going to happen. Red Buff's actually being picked up by NL, and all of this delaying is just helping him get fed. Lupin has got his Triforce complete, though. That's something maybe they were waiting for before they started this fight.
Morning is actually low right now. Now he's pressuring.
So blue buff over to Chowin. Rek'Sai, of course, is back in the fold. They waited that long that low HP jungler could get back to base, heal up, walk all the way back in.
This is going to be a really big fight.
They're dead even right now. Whoever wins this fight. Oh.
Karsa going down. He's got caught out. That was a mistake. Bubble, though, on towards Wins. It could be jungler for jungler. Ace in the hole's going to get blocked off, but Chowie took a big chunk of damage there. Morning has to get away, and suddenly nobody can do the dragon. Everybody backs away again. Oh, not done yet. Maple's going to pursue, and Chowie will get away.
Even if they have the jungler dead, they should go for the Drake right now.
They're going for the mid lane instead. I think that's what they want. They got. Don't forget the bottom turret was on next to nothing as well.
Yeah, that's correct.
They've not packed away the bottom turret. TPA is sticking around. Oh, Jay, you're spotted. Pink ward will get cleared, and we're going to see.
Mid tower is important too. Yeah.
I mean,
you're right.
They're going to lose this one. Rek'Sai's going to be back there. They might even be able to rush it. I don't know. Jarvan's already at that second tier. So, should actually be able to come across. They need to be careful that they don't get sandwiched in on this one. There is the dragon started off now.
It's a tricky fight.
What can they do? Half HP on the dragon. Can they finish it off in time?
No, it's going to get locked up before he gets changed, and he's going to switch back to Mini now before the fighter goes off. That's a good lockup. Oh, just at the last court. Managed to get the big Gnar slam on them, and that was enough to turn the fight. It's a 2-for-1 so far. Dragon has not been taken. LeBlanc comes in. Chowie getting a quick snipe there, and now it's a 2-for-2, and TPA can start the dragon off.
Very even fight overall, eh?
Insane stuff. Both junglers, both supports going down, which just delays that dragon once again. It might just be turning into, you know, another dragon fight until someone gets a clear win on that front.
Okay, important. Negatron Cloak on Kassadin. If they would fight right now, by default, they should win this fight just because of that Negatron Cloak.
Infinity Edge also picked up for
this
NL
is the moment.
Well.
This is the moment they can win the game.
Well, you can see TPA. They're heading around that dragon, and Yoi Flash Wolves are pinging on top of it. They are all moving into that position. Rek'Sai comes around. TPA started the dragon. They are taking it down very quickly. I think they're going to get it before they even get close. It's gone. Done.
Nice little move there, but can they actually get in onto him? I mean, mobility high there as LeBlanc just dashes away. The rest of the team were already gone. It's a nice move from TPA. I mean, they knew that he was going to be close, that they'd have to do it as fast as possible, but making it count there. Right call in the right situation. And they are now, I mean, if you look at the goal, there's really not much separating these two teams.
Yeah, one dragon apiece. This is exactly the final game we wanted in this series. It's been a magnificent best of 5 so far. All square. Stake's going to get a chunk of farm in that top lane. Blue buff will be gifted across the Maple. This game is very, very close, but there's a few problems on the board. Chowie is doing very well, certainly on LeBlanc, but Kassadin is only going to get stronger from here on out.
Also just moving back down there. We'll do the Wolves for the Wolves as the ultimate there. The ace in the hole out of NL. Just trying to force them back.
Kassadin could very well win this game if he goes actually bottom and get this tier 1 tower along his teammates.
I mean, that's money in the bank for them because it's been on next to no health for a very long time.
It's not about the money, it's about the pressure that you create just by having a tower gun. I will explain actually very, very quickly. When the tower is there, your minions can pass through. Therefore, you have more vision because the minions act as wards. So you get more map control by getting the towers. That's the reason you get the towers for.
And then there's nothing for them to fall back to. There's no safety net, etc.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes with it, which is why obviously taking that middle turret early on was such a big thing for the Yoi Flash Wolves instead of going for that dragon. Morning has played a lot bigger role, I feel, in this game than the last two. His lock-up with the Lissandra ultimate was what turned that fight back for TPA, made it a 2-2 instead of a disastrous fight for them. Maple not falling for Chowie, who was in that bush waiting in the side. And I think we're going to see this little split push, but this is not
done earlier.
This is not an even fight because in comes Karsa.
Not even close now.
I think it was even an even fight with just Maple there, to be honest. We saw the amount of damage that he was able to put in, and now they are going to finish off this. I don't know, Jarvan's there as well. I mean, they should, in theory, be putting it in. Lost in
And just
spite.
jump in and get a tower. He will never die. Never.
There's quite a lot of duels. Like the duo lanes are both in the mid lane now going at it. You see these two top laners, Stake and Morning, still going at it. Stake's going to clear out that wave. Pings all across the map. Nobody really sure where they want to fight.
As you saw right now, Nar ate 2 Qs of Lissandra and it was less than 5% HP lost. Look at the item builds. It's impossible, literally, that he dies right now by I mean, in any team fight unless he just goes YOLO 1v5 for 25 seconds. Honestly, the item build is perfect for the situation.
Oh
And
dear.
this is no bueno.
That's
bueno.
them. We're actually okay. So if we switch to our client, that may just be their client. 'cause
I'm up again, boys.
You're
It's
in
my
there.
time
There
to
we go.
shine.
Round
Yeah.
2, man.
So if
Yeah.
So we're going to switch across to Joe's screen because Joe's got it fine. They've lost their spectator, it seems, in Taipei, but we're good. We're still in game, so clearly our ping advantage is OP. As
It might just hit us like, the 1 second after, which is probably our ping to Taiwan right now. But we'll see how this one all goes. Not just in game, but my camera work as well.
Oh, Chowie caught out actually down the bottom lane. In comes Kasa. He will get forced away. He will
This should be
escape.
the tower, man.
But that
Should be.
absolutely could be that bottom tower. The rest of the team are going to try and react, but I don't think they're going to be quick enough because if they move down there, they give up something else in the mid lane.
Yeah, that tower is going to go down. You don't have to whisper.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Got a micro-
Everyone listens to me.
Oh,
okay,
no.
okay.
Wait. Yeah, let's just stick with
I
us
became
because
blonde.
they're still getting attempted to reconnect. And
Right.
for a minute, I thought it was us. I was having season 2 flashbacks. It was all going. I was like, hold on. We're all good. We're all good. Let's take stock of the situation because it is all square. 5-5. Tower advantage.
Jesus wept.
As Rick
Yeah,
say,
that's definitely not good.
screams across the map. Yeah, let's look across the board. You talked about Stake, how basically he's unkillable right now, certainly by morning. 80 carries. How do we see this one? Because Lupin's actually doing okay. But you would expect that early on. Trinity Force earlier than NL will ever get the Infinity Edge. But Infinity Edge and Zeal already picked up now by NL. NL's in a good situation. Caitlyn will have that little lull. But I feel, again, because he got that kill and assists early on, he's kind of bypassed the lull.
No, you shouldn't look at the 80 carries. You shouldn't compare them to each other just like that. You should compare them against the team they're playing against.
Right.
And Corky's magic damage. I mean, the 80 carries normally attack the melees, normally attack the tanks, and he's gonna do not that much damage to Tunar. But in comparison, you have Caitlyn, which has a lot of range and has the ultimate, which one ultimate on LeBlanc at this point is half HP.
Yeah.
And late game is gonna be again half HP. It will never change because LeBlanc never builds enough armor to, So it's just. Overall, Caitlyn is going to be more useful at this point than Corky is.
Well, Dragon is spawning in 30 seconds time. TPA trying to set up a gank in the bottom lane. It's going to be a tricky one. It's going to go on towards...
A fight. There we go.
Oh, Maypole's going to be the target.
Whoa.
Rift walks away, gets locked up. The rest of the team are reacting. Does manage to flash out of it. And in come the Yo Flash Wolves.
Oh, Morning at half HP. Jay is low as well. They're also very low here. Wins as well. Jay surely going to get picked off here by Stake as he jumps over towards the Tribush. Actually misses the house.
He gifted
but
it.
Maypole get the kill anyway. That's a 3-0 here in favor of the Yowie Flash Wolves. And they're going to be getting themselves the Dragon. And Chowie not completely out of danger. He might be some kind of saving grace if they even wants to bother coming in. I don't think he does. This is going to be the Dragon.
Yeah, this is the. I mean, you saw the team fight. This team fight. This is the reason you don't go for that much AP damage against people that can build tanky. It's a huge mistake in the pick phase. But then again, they didn't have a game plan in the pick phase. They picked what they wanted to pick, what they felt comfortable with, because this is a high pressure game. You have to understand it. I've been in this situation as well many times, and I just picked whatever I was feeling was the best, for me in that moment, because you just want to feel comfortable in an important game. You don't want to be like, unless you're a world-class team. A world-class team will definitely
Maple caught out.
best.
Lupin might be able to get the kill here. He's not got enough to rift walk.
Ooh.
He's not got enough mana. He's going to get taken down. Boom. That's a good shutdown bonus. 500 gold, not quite going Lupin's way, but a big chunk of gold for him. That's going to be nice for him. So Bloodthirster should get completed off that one.
So, now here, just going to be clearing out. Shiv Infinity Edge for him. It's not 1,000 gold to spend as well, so we'll be moving up to next item soon. Needlessly large rod as well.
Oh bad.
That Rod of Ages, the Abyssal Scepter for the 4-1-1 Kassadin. Maple, despite dying there.
Nar as well.
Yeah, and Nar is, well, tanky, I think is probably an understatement on that one. Also seeing this blue buff spawning in. Kassadin will be headed up towards that. And for now, see TPA just waiting back, but they are going to group up here. Try and get some vision back, because they've, quite frankly, lost that completely.
Yeah, TPA are just trying to recoup. They tried the play, it backfired, and now they're actually cornered themselves into a bit of a wall here. They have always done a very good job at warding out this red half of the jungle for the Yo-Yo Flash Wolves, the bottom half of the jungle. They always seem to go in there. They'll get the wards down, they'll get the coverage. So this is something that TPA always do very well, that Yo-Yo Flash Wolves never seem to pick up on, and has been why they've been picking off. Clearly they want to, it looks like, focus the bottom wave, but look at Yo-Yo Flash Wolves. Kassadin has been left alone. He's going to get that tower in the top lane, I think. Just having a look at it, see the hit points. Maybe not. Morning's going to get close, but the rest of the team, they're going Baron.
Oh, there is a ward there, though.
Oh, they're spotted, yeah. This is actually dangerous.
It's a nice try, though. It's a nice try.
Yeah.
Right decision.
Well, I mean, that basically gave them the knowledge. They didn't actually check the ward, but as soon as they saw all the TPA suddenly reacting, and actually, it's bought time for the top lane. Maple takes the tower.
Yeah, funnily enough.
It's going to be the same story over and over for him.
Well, I mean, look at last game.
No one can duel him, so...
No, not at all. It's impossible.
Look at the last game. They were pulled down to the bottom half. They tried to go for them kills in the bottom, and Maple took 3 turrets all along the top in one clean sweep.
Sword Art, you are dead, my friend. He's going to get Tibbers on top of him. He flashes over last second there. The bubble helping him out. He will survive, and they turn it around. Wins will die. Here comes Stake as well. They knock up Corki, who gets over the wall. But can they actually finish him off here? Caitlyn is absolutely destroying him. The slow from Stake comes across as well. Chowie will have his Mimic going down, but Karsa is there as well. Jay at half HP. They might actually turn this one around, you know. Karsa going to become the focus of it. Wow. Morning killing around there as well, and that in the end will be a 1 for 2 and crazy stuff.
I just talked about it. TPA got drawn into a fight in the bottom while that was all happening. Previous match, Maple took 3 turrets. Maple goes along the top, takes 2 turrets. They even trade, and again, Yo-Yo Flash Wolves, they seem to have TPA in their pockets right now. When TPA fall behind, they try to make plays, and it's backfiring because Yo-Yo Flash Wolves are reading the exact plays they tried to go for.
Actually, it's a bit worrying, the fact that picks can be that important in this game nowadays, man.
But I mean, is it the picks, or is it simply the team
to be fair,
has just been locked onto the one tactic?
Fairness, of course, TPA is not playing at their max level, like they're definitely tilting. But you can see how the picks, I don't know if Dexter may agree with me, actually the pick difference right now is so important, you know? Like you can see just the fact that Nar farmed and the fact that Kassadin farmed is making them invulnerable against this much AP damage at this point, you know?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it, yeah. I mean, we talked about it in the pick phase, like they let Nar through on Stake, like on the blue side and the red side. They've allowed him to get it, yet you look at game 1 and 2 when Stake was on, I think he went Lissandra or something like that in game 1. No, it was an AP champion. I can't remember. It may have been Kassadin in the top lane. Lulu, yes. I think it was Lulu in the top lane. And he was just, there was no impact from him. He was out of the game. Yet they give him a big tank, and suddenly, especially Nar, he seems very good on it. You
can see how Morning was actually a mid player before. Because he prefers these AP heroes, which may not be the best option nowadays, you know? Well, Nar is obviously above everything.
Look at the mid lane push, though. You can see they've got the wave stack there. Chowie's the only man currently in position who's already got the ace in the hole locked on him. We see Maple getting the damage down, and just like that, they're chunking the tower down. Half the hit points already gone. TPA tried to close the gap, but that's about all they're going to do. Maple comes around the side, picks up the kill. Jay goes down. Assassination of the support. No more Tibbers for you.
Really nice there from Maple. Rift walks over, flashes out, doesn't lose any HP. Meanwhile, Stake having to go at Lissandra there, and that turret is ridiculously low. And to be honest, I think Stake can probably just tank that one up. If not him, then Karsa, who's also got that Warmogs in there. And there is the inner turret going down, and the damage continues to flow on through. Meanwhile, Dragon here spawning, and this will be Dragon number 3 for the Yo-Yo Flash Wolves if they get it. They might have to decide between that and gonna stop a Baron though.
Yeah. They're gonna force the Baron,
And
but
nice
Stake has TP. Look at that ping ward. They got full vision.
Oh, they're on a ward.
Yeah, they're not baiting it. I mean, there's a ping ward into Death Bush. There's this ward here. I think the flash walls. No, I think Stake's just gonna. Yeah, okay, we know you're there. We're not gonna gift it away. But look, they're delaying again here. They're delaying them because NL is pushing the bottom lane.
Yeah. They know how to play this game actually. Honestly, it's really smart how they do it. I talked already about it a little bit earlier about how Fnatic played, and this is actually really close to that kind of playstyle, don't you think? It's like they make something one side of the map and then they make something the other side of the map.
And now they're going straight to Baron, maybe?
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's
They
warded
have to
up,
get vision,
so.
yeah. They have to get vision first.
Yeah, just sweeping away everything that TPA managed to try and get down there. So, full control for Fury Flash Wolves. It's only a 5,000 gold differential, but honestly, the way the teams are playing right now, you may as well make it a 20,000 gold differential because TPA are on the back foot all the way.
Yeah.
Pesky Crab finally going to go down there to cast it. Took him a little while.
Oh, he's going to try and get a ward there. He gets instantly spotted. They're not going to fight this one. Let Wins get that down, but it's going to be wards. They're certainly going to fight for the wards, I think, if they try to come in and clear them out. Cassidy's getting himself a chunk of free farm in the top, gets that wave slowly pushing along the top. Perfect timing because the bottom lane is going to push in Stakes. Got that TP available.
Wait a minute. Wasn't TPA prophesied before?
They're going for it, they're going for it. They've got Sword Art low there. Can they finish off Carter before the rest of them arrive? There is Wins getting down the Cataclysm, but can they do the rest of them? There's the dive in by Stake. Well, ulti morning against the wall, but he's got himself his Zhonya's as well. He's died without using it. I don't understand it. There is Maple going in as well. That will be a triple kill now, and 4 people down.
Oh, baby, a triple. Chowie in trouble. They're going to get onto him. He's going to try and use the DFG. He managed to explode NL. Stake will finish off. He's split off. He's gone for the right one. There is the ace, and the Baron will get started out. The Yowie Flash Wolves, they are really playing very well. I mean, that was TPA. They caught out Karsa. Karsa's going to ulti straight in here. He's going to come in, and this Baron will get cleaned up. Wow, from a 2-0 deficit to potentially a 3-2. The Yowie Flash Wolves really have come back very well in this final. I had them written off. I thought it was going to be a 3-0 clean sweep.
Me too.
TPA were dominated, but Yowie Flash Wolves, a quick change in the pick and bans, has completely flummoxed TPA. They have no idea how to counter this new Yowie Flash Wolves tactic. It's not even a new tactic, it's the same tactic they used in the first 2 games that didn't work, but as soon as they took Sivir away, suddenly it works.
They just have one more Nara and Cassidy than the opponent.
Yeah, I mean, and Morning, I have to say, I mean, not performing.
Well, Looping can't do a thing now. Like, literally nobody can damage Stake. He's got MR, he's just picked up a Thorn Mail, he's got health regen, he's got everything. Stake is untouchable.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how you even, I mean, they started that fight, they got down Carter, who's pretty tanky himself, but they throw so much at him, Nar just appears, slams him against the wall, and they can clean up. I mean, if NL's anywhere near that fight, Bloodthirster, he's got a pickaxe extra in there as well. Like, his damage is pretty insane at this point. See here, Maple just pushing out that top wave. We're going to see also Stake pushing the bottom, and they're pushing in all 3 waves.
Yeah, he has a Thorn Mail, so if anything, he's simply not going to die.
Yep, absolutely. And NL got that QSS as well. Zonya's picked up for Maple, so even Morning, if he gets just to lock onto them, or Chowie tries to get that burst on them, they're not really going to be able to do a lot. Yeah, that Dragon Strike did nothing.
Yeah.
A little bit of damage from Lupin, but that's about it. That's not a lot. Remember, of course, they've got that Baron buff. They're using it for those minions, and they're just keeping every wave pushed. Top wave coming in, mid wave coming in, bot wave coming in. Yowie Flash Wolves can really go for whichever lane they want to right now.
Who's going to make the first move? Will TPA say, guys, we have to fight, we have to get a kill and then move the fight on from that point? Or are they just going to sit back, which I feel they might do, might get poked down a little bit and then say, okay, we have to fall back and lose an inhibitor. And we all know how that works out. It slowly but surely goes in just one direction as Maple going to take almost half of Morning's health away with that. Meanwhile, the mid lane continues to push as well. There is the dive on towards NL, but not even half HP. Not even half HP. Obviously would have been different if the DFG would have gone in there first, but didn't want to commit fully into that one. Meanwhile, those boosted up minions are taking slowly the tower down.
Maple's on the turret down the bottom lane. He's already starting to put damage on it. Morning's the only one that's coming forward. He's just keeping him busy. Don't forget those rockets, whatever you want to call it. The siege turrets are going to do the damage. They're going in. The wave comes around there. Jay gets caught out. Wins is low as well. Wow. Maple goes in, pops out Zhonya's, wins one more hit on him. Doesn't matter. They're going to clean through. Gets himself the double. The inhibitor is falling. TPA are railing. They're falling back behind. That's a triple once again for the mid laner Maple, who has been dominant on Cassidy in the last two games. 11-1-2. Yoey Flash Wolves, they could finish the game right here, and they're going to take down an Nexus turrets.
Absolutely. I mean, they've got Karsa and they've got Staku. Not exactly the healthiest right now, but not healthy for them means probably more HP than the rest of the other team, and this is going to be the push through here. The Yoey Flash Wolves do the unthinkable, come back from a 2-0 deficit to win the game, and the Intel Extreme Masters Taipei. Absolutely brilliant comeback.
Fantastic stuff. They celebrated when they picked up the first game. They knew it was a possibility that they just switched it on its head from a 2-0 deficit. They come back and wow, what a performance. You know, it's funny because I think back to the Season 3, we're talking about the Gamina Bears. They did exactly the same thing there. They came back, they surprised everyone, they won the Series 3-2. I think it was against Taipei Snipers that time around. Taipei Assassins, of course, were the ones that this time have been completely caught out. They were clear favorites for this tournament. They are winning the league. They've taken a game off them in the league as well. But what a result. What a turnaround. We talked about the tilt. You know, Dexter mentioned it from the very first time. As soon as they lost that matchup, he said, I think they've got their number. I think they've turned it around.
You saw that Wynn's performance. I mean, he was very good in both of the first games, and then at the end he just didn't do anything. And like I said, the picks and bans were completely messed up for TPA in the last game, and they had no clear answer to that. And I'm not sure if they have a coach with them or something to keep them in line, or there should be someone who has who's reasonable and knows, okay, we prepared for this, you know, just play it around like what we prepared. And I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, Kassadin just being he's the huge factor in that game, and he can't do anything. You can't do anything against it, and they had no pick against it. If you have to resort to LeBlanc to actually send it into mid lane, there is not much left to do. You know, there's just, I mean, he had 11 kills at the end of the game, so.
Yeah, and again, he got 2 kills fairly early on as well, which is the big difference. But, you know, we were talking about it, Wins potentially being an MVP for the tournament. But again, a 1-5-5 result. This time he did get on Jarvan, but they seem to have no answer. And Morning, you were talking about it, Ocelot, in the top lane. You can tell he's still a mid laner. He's playing these AP champions.
And the way he plays,
they're
is
not
very
in the
selfish.
meta.
Very selfish, which like a mid laner, you can say. As mid laner, you need to be selfish, but as top laner, you need to be the least selfish of the game. Even less selfish than a support, even. Because you have to sometimes give away 3 waves so your teammates can get tower damage bottom. It's really that simple, you know?
Yeah, I don't think that Morning performed at all. I mean, in all games, even if in the games they won, he didn't really show up that much. He bought Soul Stealer every single game. And even in the games that they were winning, he was always behind. I mean, he had the farm, but he did not contribute to the win at all. So
he was 0 in the left,
Yeah, Shawi and Wins, the 2 carries of the team, and he wasn't doing anything in those games.
What's going on in the screen?
You can see, of course, they're going to give them the check. The Yoey Flash Falls being gifted that one. A fantastic performance, honestly. I mean, TPA, obviously everyone knows Taipei Assassins. By far the most famous team from Taipei. They, of course, won Season 2 World Championships. Very different team. They are going to get their second place, $11,000. Not a bad second place, after all. For a tournament, honestly, they swept the opposition aside throughout the quarterfinals and semifinals. Clean 2-0s for them, but they're going to be disappointed. I remember Carmack talking to It was CLG when we were here in Cologne. You know, it's like any words for the losing. It's like you can't really give words to guys that are obviously. You were talking about it yourself. You know, when you're in this game, we were talking about off air. Like you're not egotistical, but you have to have this drive in you to be a pro player. And obviously, you know, they are going to be very disappointed with that.
Of course, when you want to be one of the best, or when you want to be the best, you are normally an arrogant person, sort of egoistic person. That's how it is. I mean, the best players is how they are, you know. And whenever they don't perform, other teammates don't perform, they just go crazy with themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I say it because I've been one of those, you know.
The thing is, the second place is just the first loser. That's how I see it. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you're second place, let's say you go to Worlds, you just win like 250,000, you're still lost. You know, it's not about how much you win; it's about how much you lose. You know.
Yeah.
And it will always be the case.
Yeah.
And no one wants to be second.
You rather want to be third than second, I think, because you go home with a victory, you know,
well,
at least.
You can see, of course, on your screen there is the trophy for the Yowie Flash Wolves, a team name that I guess a lot of the people in the Western world probably don't know unless you watch StarCraft, because they are a big name in that as well. But there we see very happy performance from them. Yowie Flash Wolves, very well deserved, honestly. They did adopt. We were talking after game 1, after game 2, how are they going to change things? They were destroyed by, honestly, a very good tactic from TPA. You know, we were talking after game 2, like teams, European, North American teams need to look at their games and see this is how you play with Sivir in your team.
Oh, yeah,
this is the tactic. This is what works.
Watch.
But my God, Yowie Flash Wolves, the coach, whoever decided ban it away, hell, we were screaming for it to ban it away, certainly deserves a big chunk of that prize money, because absolutely that turned the game around.
Well, take it all. I think they're happy with just the victory here, and obviously not just the $25,000, but the ticket to the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship, which will take place in March in Katowice. I can tell you how much it is. $183,414 exactly is the prize pool for League of Legends.
Any reason you wanted to make it that complicated?
Actually, yes, because there was a it wasn't quite a crowdfunding, but it was essentially a crowdfunding. Obviously, we did it in San Jose. It was with
Newegg,
with Newegg, yeah. So there was 50,000 from Newegg as well raised in there, which was split, of course, between StarCraft and League of Legends, 66 to 33, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why you kind of get that specific amount, which
Okay.
And the 14 cents.
The 14 cents is what counts.
Very important.
That's what goes to the coach these days.
Well, it depends on the coach. Some of them may deserve those 14 cents.
Yeah, certainly the Yowie Flash Wolves one does, that's for sure. What a fantastic result. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for here. Thank you very much for joining me.
It was a pleasure, man. Thank you very much.
Carlos. It's good. You've been confusing the viewers all day long with the scarf on and off. It's been great. You guys in Twitch chat just like, he's got it on, he's got it off, he's got it on, he's got it off. What's going on?
If you heard someone rustling the microphone in the background, I'm pretty sure you can work out what exactly that was.
Yeah, Carlos Ocelot
Rodriguez Santiago. Come on. It's not that hard, come on.
Oh, it's almost like it's 20 to 9 in the morning. We've been here all night. And of course, Marcel Fokam, aka Dexter, is looking for a team right now, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm looking at free agent.
We
should have made you a sign.
Free agent, yeah.
Free agent, sign me up. But yes, and of course, Joe Miller and myself, the man. It's been a fantastic tournament. We're going to see you next time, obviously, in Katowice. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.